Hello, I'm John Kidder. Welcome to the Ashcroft 2018 Civic Election Candidates Q&A. I'm going to be interviewing all the candidates for mayor and council. Each candidate will get a total of 5 questions. All the questions are the same for the candidates, and they've all seen the questions beforehand just to make sure that we're even-handed. So thank you for listening in and look forward to the interviews. Hello, I'm here with Sandy Agatiello, candidate for mayor in the Ashcroft Civic Election 2018. Welcome, Sandy. Sandy's lived in Ashcroft for 21 years. She's worked for 21 years as a dental hygienist at the Ashcroft Dental Clinic. Has a 24-year-old daughter. Her hobbies include dancing, working out at the hub. So many things happening at the hub, traveling and cooking. Interested in meeting new people, she hosts travelers and musicians in town, music, taking courses and workshops. She's attended workshops on all sorts of things: governance, leadership skills, understanding financial statements. She'll be attending grant writing in October. She's been a volunteer at the Ashcroft Hub Society from 2017 to the present, and Ashcroft Moving Forward, and she was the main organizer of the Ashcroft Community Emergency Plan. She's been a public lifeline volunteer, completed courses with the Justice Institute. She's the treasurer of the Sand and Sage Pony Club and is a past district commissioner and past regional chair of the BC Interior Pony Club, held other board positions around town. And Sandy says she volunteers for any group that needs help if I'm available. So thanks, Sandy. Thanks for being here. So you've got the 5 questions that I've sent to all the candidates. So let's just go through them. So the first one is to ask you to try to imagine, just build a picture in your head of how you see Ashcroft looking in 10 or 20 years, and then try and paint that picture for the voters.
Okay, yes. I have a vision for Ashcroft. In my mind's eye, I see Ashcroft as a eco-village with full-on alternative energy, where everybody is using wind and solar, and we don't have to pay hydro bills because we are producing our own energy. And you know, the other part of going green is recycling, full recycling, which right now is a big issue, and I see that we would have a really good recycling plan in place with composting, and the other thing that I see is part of the downtown in the main street would be like a walking promenade where you wouldn't have any vehicles there. You could have e-vehicles around in town with your charging stations, so it would be much more fitting into our wellness awaits you, because we would have people walking around town, and the downtown area, we wouldn't have all our empty spaces. They would have new businesses that are there, and also some mixed residential commercial. And the other thing that I see is we have a lot of flat buildings downtown, so we could have like residences on top, so we would have a much more dense downtown. And the other thing I see is we have our mosaics, which are totally unique to Ashcroft, and I see in my mind's eye, I grew up on the island in Chemainus. They had a town when I was growing up that was pretty dead, and now it's a booming little arts metropolis, which is Chemainus with all the murals. I can see that we have a big arts community here, and when I look around the other parts of town, I see the pool, a covered pool that's used all year round, and we also have new developments that have sprung up by the hospital. We have more seniors housing there, and a little park up there. We have some other smaller dwellings that have been built there as well, so it's filling up the space in between the hospital and the apartments, and as well other buildings, houses that have been built in behind where the rodeo grounds are.
Okay, that's a pretty comprehensive picture. So, what do you think might be achieved over the next 4 years, the next term as mayor and council, to move towards that vision?
Well, as far as we know, we have jobs coming with the inland port. I mean, that's a given. We need to be working with those companies that are going to be getting new employees to try and get some sort of housing. As a municipality, we really can't financially do that, but we could work together and try to find a way to get some developers to come into town. It would be very good. If we want to grow as a town, we need to increase our population, And that also ties in with, you know, healthcare, because it's totally based on numbers. If you have a decreasing population, it's very hard to get more health services. So if we can have a growth in population here, we are gonna have a much better chance to improve our health care.
Okay, so in the course of doing all that, what do you see as the role of the mayor of Ashcroft?
Well, number one, I think it's very important that as a mayor, that you are very, very well informed. You need to do a lot of research, because you need to be coming with the facts. So when you're looking at different issues, you have to be able to present the facts, and as a council and mayor, working as a team, to look at all the risks, benefits of an issue, look to find innovative solutions. But you know, you have to get all the information first. And the other role, I believe, is being really in touch with community, knowing the people in the community, being open-minded, you know, being willing to listen to people. And the other thing is making sure that, you know, you're accountable, you're doing the things that you need to do as far as, you know, you're mandated, which is your water, your sewer, your transportation, recreation, you know, those which are mandated, but it's more than just that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so in the context of all that, what kind of, practical and doable things that do you think you might want to take on to work in that direction? And I'm sure you're familiar with the community plan, the five-year financial plan. Do you see things that aren't mentioned in that? Do you have other personal issues you want to
Well, I
bring
mean,
together?
on reading it, it's a good document. It's pretty comprehensive. The main thing is you actually have to start taking some steps on some of those recommendations. I mean, we don't have any signage to draw people into our town. I mean, if you're gonna try and increase tourism, you have to let people know that we're here. I mean, number one. So putting signage up would be, you know, a big start. Having a good marketing plan so that we can get the information out, you know, that we're a town that's gonna be growing. We have jobs coming, you know, we have fantastic facilities here as far as the hub and Desert Hills, and you know, we have a lot to offer the outside world. And I know just myself, I have a lot of people staying with me from other countries, and they're amazed at what we have here. And I think we really need to really get that out, that we are here.
Okay. Well, okay, so you've got about 2.5 minutes, Sandy, for the last question. And the last question is really to kind of help the voters understand, not so much about your policies, but why they should vote for you. What's it about your person that's going to make you a good mayor for the village of Ashcroft?
Well, as a person that's lived here for 21 years, I love this town. I love the community that we have, and I think I've shown in the last year that I'm a person that takes action. I'm not just going to give lip service. If I see, you know, that we can move ahead on something, let's take the steps and let's move forward and let's do it. The other thing too is listening to people and really hearing what people have to say. And I really think it's important to have a municipality that is open and willing to look at new innovative ideas, listening to people's solutions, and working together with the community, as well as, you know, working more with the communities, the Ashcroft Indian Band and Clinton and Cache Creek, because we all are here together. And I think if we can join forces more, we're going to have a better chance to improve and increase our health care, you know, housing. We know that's a big thing. Recycling now, that's the big bugaboo in town. You know, nobody's happy with how recycling is, so you know, we need to work together and try to find some solutions and take action.
Okay.
So, and if people want change, vote for me. Really, that's all there is to it. I mean, I'm willing to work really hard for making some positive changes. That's about it.
Okay. Well, thank you. That's Sandy Agatiello, who's a candidate for mayor of 2018 civic election. Thanks so much, Sandy.
I just want to thank you very much as well, yourself and Jan, for organizing this. I think it's a really good idea to have this. It's something different. doing things differently is good.
Well, it's our pleasure. I'll speak for Jan as well. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.